Here on your Thursday morning. Welcome back to Good Day Dakota. He was born and raised in the capital city, became a chemical engineer, and worked many years at the Mandan refinery.
And he is also a husband, father, and grandfather. And while he is all of these things, they are also not who he is. We introduce you now to this week's Someone You Should Know.
Everything in life, if you can come down to knowing your identity and then knowing your purpose, oh my gosh, you've got a lot of the things of life figured out right away.
It wasn't until he retired that John Berger figured that out for himself, which he believes is fairly common.
One of the interesting things that happens when you retire is you can really feel like you've lost your identity because we so much associate who we are with where we work.
But John did manage to find his identity.
My identity, who am I? I'm a child of God. I absolutely believe God loves me, and from that identity then can become our purpose.
John put his faith to work, not heeding the advice of others to not commit to anything for 2 years after retiring.
I was like, well, I'm not sure you can get good at anything if you don't do anything. So I just became really involved in all kinds of things. So I became really involved in the Knights of Columbus, another organization through the church called Sarah. And then also St. Vincent de Paul.
In one way or another, everything John is involved in is connected to his faith, which also came later in life.
My faith so much came largely through my children, and particularly when my children entered Catholic school. And when my son would come home and he would start telling me about things that he was learning about the faith.
John has continued to grow in his faith, almost staying busier now than before he retired.
I just love being retired because there are so many people that are in need. There are so many places to help people. And I just love to do it.
John has been involved in everything from helping people move furniture to building beds for children at the St. Bernard Mission School in Fort Yates to making borscht soup to raise funds for war-torn Ukraine.
We heard of this need for some funds to fund a trip over to Ukraine to help these children in Poland at this orphanage. 3 days later, I think we had made, I can't even remember how many gallons of borscht soup that we sold.
When John's not busy feeding hungry college students, raising funds for mission trips, and so much more, he spends ample time with his wife, children, and most of all, his grandchildren. While his days are packed with activity, his energy and zest to help others never wanes.
I get energized through my faith, but I also get energized through people who can accomplish just such amazing things.
John Berger, a man whose purpose is to know, love, and serve the Lord, is someone you should know. And John says no matter what the task at hand, he always tries to say yes and doesn't allow himself to find a reason to say no.
Now, if you think there's someone we should know like John Berger, you can fill out our nomination form right now on our website. Just look for Someone You Should Know under the News tab, and you'll see the link to the nomination page.
That's just good.